Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, break. 59, mark. Check, 59. I'm coming. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
From the gun on third down, Love. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Jaguars! Dallas Goedert, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or. General West. Hey, Charlie.
Switch. Hey, switch gears. He's checking. Crash.
22 jet bombers. What? Squeeze.
Check three. Watch twins. Check. Lucky.
Ready.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Check. Check. Check 3. Check 3.
Protein spill.
Set. Check 52. Undercrush. You go crush.
This is Hines. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop.
Now Jones trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Love is going to float this over the middle deep, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Let's take over 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Just a couple there on the... Second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day.
Here we go. 280.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Flush to his right. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Waiting!
57. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check. Please. Check. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike,
go! Throwing on first down. Love. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out. And
he's got a man, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. 33 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check. 59. 61. That's my slide. It's just me and you.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Great 15.
57.
5.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Wentz now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
To throw his Wentz. And it's caught by Herndon. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. He runs. 53 to Mike. 53, check, 53, no.
On first down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Love. Looking right sideline. That's complete. Past the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
Let's go now. 3. Watch number 86. Watch 86. Cut his left. Charlie. Pat.
Operating from the gun. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gates, the intended receiver there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, it's Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's caught by OBJ. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57, Mike 57. 74, 57.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing is Wentz. And he's not able to get away he's sacked back at the 22.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Switch! Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Wentz now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Ready.
From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
57. 57.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, Delta.
57.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 35-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pack.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 13. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the chance.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punch from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I got you. I got you.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 orange. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On third down, Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Wentz now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. It's a foot race. The 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessarily.